All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We got a late night Detroit Lions upload for you guys. We all know they had a phenomenal offseason. They had a phenomenal draft. Keep in mind, they started last year 1-6. They finished 9-8. They almost made the playoffs. Their defense was bottom 5 in the entire league. Their offense was a top 5 in the entire league. So we saw free agency. We saw in the draft a heavy focus on the defensive side. You picked up CJ Gardner-Johnson. You picked up Cameron Sutton. You got Jack Campbell in the draft. You also drafted Brian Branch. I cannot believe still how far Brian Branch fell. But the morale right now within Detroit is sky high, and it's for a good reason. I see no reason why the Detroit Lions won't win 10 games next season. I see no reason why they won't win the NFC North, and they are honestly going to make a playoff push. If this defense is middle of the pack next season and their offense continues to improve or just replicates what they did last season, they will make a playoff run. And I just want to remind everybody real quick, because keep in mind, you had 4 offensive Pro Bowlers. All right. You had Jared Goff have a phenomenal season, 29 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 4,500 total yards, a completion percentage of 65.1. You had Amon-Ra St. Brown have a phenomenal season, over 1,000 yards receiving, and you bring in dynamic threats. All right, you brought in David Montgomery, you drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, you drafted Sam Laporta, you brought back Marvin Jones. This Lions offense next season, and by the way, there's sleepers on this offense. All right, Jameson Williams, I know he's suspended for the first 6 games of next season. We barely saw him in his rookie year last year. When we did see him in his limited snaps, he blew us all away. Keep in mind, Jameson Williams in his last season at Alabama, he had 79 catches, 1,600 total yards, and 15 touchdowns. The math equates to 20 yards per catch. In fact, in college in general, Jameson Williams averaged 29 yards per catch, 20 yards per catch. In 3 seasons, 19.6 to be specific. So Jameson Williams, I have a feeling the Detroit Lions through like 6 games will be 4-2. You get Jameson Williams back, and he just adds another element to this offense. Before we get any further into today's video, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Lions fans, you guys always bless my Lions videos. I appreciate you guys so much, especially as a cheesehead. You're definitely gonna be you're better than us last year, as seen in the last week and the 2 meetups that we had. The Detroit Lions are here to stay, and they're going to be here to stay for quite some time. And I wouldn't be surprised if a Super Bowl was in their future in the next couple of seasons. So offensively, right, you got rid of Jamal Williams, you got rid of DeAndre Swift. I really love the move of Jack Campbell and Sam Laporta, the 2 Iowa boys, specifically Sam Laporta. You know, after trading away TJ Hawkinson, one of the things I wanted Detroit to do this offseason was get a tight end. You know, I liked the trio committee. I liked it. You know, I liked guys like Brock Wright, but I'm telling you, and Sam Laporta, by the way, in rookie minicamp blew everybody away. They're going for character guys. They're going for guys that fit their system. They fit their brand of football. These guys with chips on their shoulders, just guys who are going to put in the work and let the results show for themselves. Sam Laporta adds a whole nother element to this offense. And by the way, I'm so excited for David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs is extremely versatile. He can catch, he can run. I think he'll probably start as a 3rd down back. You have David Montgomery get you some yards on 1st and 2nd down. And then, you know, honestly, I think Jahmyr Gibbs is just an X factor. I think he's a complete total playmaker. Speaking of playmakers on the Detroit Lions offense, Antoine Green. All right. Antoine Green was selected late in the draft, and if you were a North Carolina football fan, it wasn't necessarily shocking, because last season he only played 9 games, but he caught 43 balls for 800 yards and 7 touchdowns in his 5th year at North Carolina. What does the math equate to that? I'm glad you asked. The math equates to 19 yards per catch. So you see this trend here. We're looking at Jameson Williams and Antoine Green as significant deep threats, guys who are going to significantly open up that field, just like Sam Laporta, adding into this dynamic offense that the Detroit Lions are running. If you're catching the trend, if you're catching the theme of this offense next season, they're so versatile. I mean, they're so versatile. You have a sturdy, rock solid quarterback in Jared Goff. Now you have another running back 1-2 punch duo in David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. You have a tight end again, Sam Laporta. He's going to have a great season. I think probably around 700 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns next year. Everyone's going to take that. You brought back Marvin Jones. You have Amon-Ra St. Brown. You'll get Jameson Williams, a quarter of the way through the season. You still have Khalif Raymond and Josh Reynolds who give you over 1,000 yards receiving combined. This offense will probably be top 3. They're definitely going to be top 10, and they're certainly going to be just one of the best offenses in the league. All right. Now, defensively, I want to say CJ Gardner-Johnson, Cameron Sutton, those 2 moves in general are huge. All right. Those guys last season combined for 23 passes defended and 9 interceptions. The combination of those 2 players combined for 9 picks and 23 passes defended. Sutton allowed an opposing passer rating of only 65.3, and CJ Gardner-Johnson allowed an opponent passer rating of just 78.4. Those are really good statistics, all right? And you pair them up with Kirby Joseph, who had a phenomenal rookie season, and Jack Campbell, who I think is going to, and Jack Campbell and Brian Branch, there's just so much to be excited about. And obviously you have Aiden Hutchinson and James Houston. James Houston last year, it's crazy. Those aren't even the only rookies. Like, Malcolm Rodriguez, Kirby Joseph. It was a really young defense last year. Don't let the statistics fool you. I know they finished ranked 28th in defense. The defense is a huge reason why they were able to go 9-8 after starting 1-6. Defense started super iffy, and they acclimated. All right, they adjusted, they acclimated, they improved, they did everything you're looking for. I got 2 guys I want to talk real quick about on this defensive side before we get you guys out of here. Josh Paschal. In college, in his last year at Kentucky, he had 52 total tackles, all right, 5 sacks, nice statistics, right? 15 total tackles for loss. 15 total tackles for loss. That is absolutely unreal. Aleem McNeil, I also just want to say really quickly, I think he's poised for a 3rd-year breakout. At least he's going to have big contributions in probably limited snaps next year. We'll wait and see. 11 games at North Carolina State. In his final season, he had 25 total tackles, 4.5 for a loss. So at that defensive line position, that defensive tackle position to be specific, I just like the depth they have, man. I like the depth of rookies from last year. I like their new batch of rookies on defense. And offensively, there's just nothing but excitement. Seriously, Aaron Glenn entering another season, so that's going to improve in general. I'm telling you, man, the Detroit Lions have an adequate average defense around middle of the pack next season. They're going to make a deep playoff run. If they're healthy enough, every team's going to be banged up come playoff time. I'm telling you, dude, they're going to win double-digit games, and they're a team to watch in the playoffs. But Lions fans know this. Lions fans are, they're kind of keeping their expectations in check here, which I totally understand, but it's a new era here. I understand the skepticism, but your eyes aren't fooling you, man. Your eyes aren't fooling you. The Detroit Lions got something special here. So that's it for tonight. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Let me know what you guys are thinking about the Lions next season. Give me a win-loss projection, and I'll see you guys later.